Welcome back. It is I, Mike V, and this is episode 2 of Let's Play Online Poker. Today we are continuing with the tournament, the Sunday Big 330 2,000 guaranteed Mega Stack tournament. This is the footage from the second hour, condensed into the most interesting hands that I've seen or that I've played. Alright, so in this video, it is a bit shorter, mostly because there's a lot of folding, and this is the stage of the tournament when the blinds start rising. Your stack really is no longer a mega stacked, air quotes. So, in this case, you have to, if you have a short stack, you have to start going all in. So, let's go through the hands and see what we've done, see what I've done so far. We're gonna select the most interesting ones here. So in this first hand here, I have pocket sixes. The guy to my right raises to 1800, a pretty standard raise, 3x big blind, and I decided to flat call here, hoping for a set. When you have a small pocket pair, and you've got a guy that that you can play, you can play well against, or you have position over, you can flat call. As you can see, we have a couple of other opponents that came that decided to call, and unfortunately we didn't flop the 6. Flop came as 9 Jack 4. So we checked it. Everyone checked the flop. Turns another 9, and I pretty much decided to check it all the way. As you can see, we went to the river. Just waiting for the video to go through. Alright, so river's a 5. Pretty much we just went to showdown with this hand. Nobody decided to bet here. The purpose of showing this hand off is that when you miss your set and you're in a multi-way pot, it's there's no purpose sticking around. As you can see, one guy had pocket 10s and won. The guy to my right, who initially raised, decided not to continuation bet. This is another thing I've noticed with the guy to my right. If you remember the last episode, and the guy to my right, he did not. He slow played his top set, if I remember correctly. So, I think he was like the original raiser, and then he checked it. So he did the same thing here. This time with a missed flop with ace queen. So as you can see, he raised again. This time a smaller raise to 1200. I decided to flat with my ace jack. This is the hand right after. Flop comes 2 kings and a 6, which misses me. Another opponent's in the hand, the big blind, who checks, and then he checks again. So the guy to my right is what seems to be giving up. It's either that or he's slow playing, but with such a flop that many people miss unless they have the king, as you could see, I decided to take a stab at it with 2,000, and both my opponents instantly fold. So I took down the pot with nothing but ace high, as you could see with that. So it's good to know, and knowing that my opponent doesn't like to c-bet that often, as you can see here in the video, I decided to jot down a note. As you can see, rarely makes continuation bet. That's what it's going to say. It's going to say rarely makes continuation bet. Yep, there it is. And yeah, and I continue writing on flop. Usually gives up, and there you go. And then there's this hand here where the guy with Jack 6 gets lucky and gets a full house against pocket 9s. So you get to see that hand. Alright. Next hand you'll see here is 9-7 offsuit. Lots of limpers. And I'm on the button, so, 800 to call, it's pretty, to attempt to win a 5,000 pot, that's pretty good. Though, as you can see, I am short stacked. The flop gives me top pair, and 9-8 deuce flop. Pretty safe flop. Everyone's checking me, and I have a short stack, 5,000 in the pot, blinds of 4 at 800, so I'm in a situation where I pretty much decided to just go all in, as you can see here. Top pair, then short stack, and I need to get some chips here. So everyone folded, and I won. That was that was what I expected. That was what I pretty much hoped. I didn't want to play a massive massive pot with get potentially knocked out. But as you can see, and in this hand I did it again. I was down to 10,000. It's like A6 suited, only 2 opponents, nobody raised, so I decided to ship it, and they fold. So that's that. This one, 5-3 offsuit, a hand I normally don't play, but here I am in the big blind, and nobody decides to raise. So as you can see, I have the option to check, and I could see a free flop. So, and you get to see what flop comes up. Deuce 4-8. I have an open-ended straight draw. So it's check to me, I check, and everyone checks, and then ace of diamonds comes up, giving me the 5-high straight, giving me the wheel. So it's check to me, pot's 5,800, I have a short stack once again, so I thought someone's going to call here, because there's 2 flush draws out there, spades and diamonds, possibly someone picked up an ace, so I decided that a regular bet is going to make me pot committed, so I might as well just go all in right now. And the guy to my left took a while before deciding to call, and then the guy up top instantly called as well. The guy to my right folded. So we're just waiting for the video to go. As you can see, 2 calls. The deuce, it could be scary if somebody makes a full house and the diamond makes a potential for a flush, but probably a spade is something I feared more than the diamond. But as you can see, they checked, and they each had an ace, and I tripled up in this big hand, a very important hand. So now I'm up to 35,000 for this next hand, which I have Queen Jack offsuit. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, I raised it. I raised it to 2,400 pre-flop. 3 callers. Completely missed. Very dry board. King 8-4 rainbow. Then the big blind decides to donk bet it all in, which pretty much not. It's not a good idea to bet into the razor if you could have received. Because I'm the guy that usually likes a continuation bet, and so basically making such a bet there saves me money that I would have bet anyway trying to steal the pot, especially in such a dry board. But in this case, though, one guy called the all-in with 8-3. So that was odd. and yeah. And another guy with an 8 with a better kicker ended up winning. So here's a hand where, see, I have Jack 10 suited. I called a bet, I think. Yeah, I called a bet. Trying to remember what goes on. So it's checked around, and the turn's a king of clubs, giving me open-ended straight draw and flush draw. So here's another point of discussion here is the semi-bluff, where you bet, you hope people will fold, but you're not worried if one person calls, because you can hope for the straight or the flush or some other improvement. Unfortunately, we didn't get everyone to fold. The last person decided to call. We missed on the river. So in this case, you just give it up. The guy who called probably's got something, and in order to bluff at it, you have to make a really big bet that maybe result all your chips, and the guy might not be folding anyway. As you can see, when I folded to the guy, he showed a king of hearts, so we made a good fold there. We pretty much had to anyway. So that was it. Short video, but plenty of hands in action. And as you can see, while we lost a little bit of our winnings, we are up to 28,066, an improvement from the last hour. So this has been episode 2 of Let's Play Online Poker, the Big 330 tournament. And stay tuned for part 3 coming up tomorrow. and you get to see the hands for that hour. As you can see, we're now on break, and I will sign off right here. This is Poker. This is Club Mike V. Remember to like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and check out my website at clubmikev.co. Thank you, take care, and have fun.